Hi kids, Michael Tapes here. I wanted to check out the linearity or non-linearity, as I suspected, of high-speed sync in terms of the flash itself and in terms of its relationship to the ambient light. So I set up a test, as we see here. This is a foam board dividing the light. So this is, over this side is a Rotolite Neo continuous light, and on this side is a Godox 8200 flash. So, and the lights are not contaminated. So I've more or less equalized portions of them, but mostly I just want you to see the relationship. So I'm going to start out, and you can see the shutter speed up here. So this is a 1/60th of a second, and we're going to go to, this is the third stops, so a 200th. So as you would expect, nothing happens to the flash, and the ambient came down a third. Let me do it again. That's at 1/60th, 200th, 2/50th. So as the old rule applies with flash, the shutter speed doesn't affect the flash, but it affects the ambient. Then when we break it above a 2/50th, at least on the Sony camera with this particular flash, that break point would be different depending on your depending on your camera and flash. We go from this to this, in which case I'm going to do it again, from this to this. So we went down a third of a stop in shutter speed, but the flash came down significantly more than that as it goes into high-speed sync mode, and of course the ambient doesn't know the difference. So the ambient is acting totally linear as it should, but the jump into high-speed sync, in this case at 1/320th, is a bigger jump. Okay, then we proceed down to a 400th. These are third stop increments, and they are linear. Okay, until we get to the higher speed. So this is 1,000th, so just looking at it visually, it looks like the flash dropped a little more than the ambient. Now we go to 2,000th, and I think that's still the case, but definitely at a 4,000th, the flash drops what appears to be more than the ambient. So in any event, I'm sorry, not a 4,000, a 3,200th. So basically, linear throughout the mid-range. They act differently at the crossover point of high-speed sync. So just be aware of that as you use it. Now I know what it does, so I know how to deal with it. Take care.